Hello, this is MatterLevel4 here, and welcome to another video. Now, this is going to be my sort of flash finales, kind of like summary of the stories that have sort of inspired it. Now, I haven't actually read Crisis on Infinite Earths, so I'm not sure what happens in that one, but I think that's what this episode is partially based off anyway, with Zoom trying to destroy the multiverse. Now, what I have watched is Crisis on Two Earths, which is fairly similar, actually. And I think it's actually the same. Crisis on Infinite Earths. Yes, it may be the same. No, it is. I think it is anyway. But this one's got the anti-monitor in, and that I'm not going to go into the anti-monitor. I'm just going to talk about Crisis on Two Earths, which is something that I've actually read. I'm also going to talk about Flashpoint, which is something else that I have watched. Now, I'm going to go to Crisis first. Now, in Crisis, what happens is the crime syndicate from Earth something or other come to Earth 1 after Lex Luthor, who is a good guy in this Earth, comes to the Earth to warn the Justice League of the coming threat, and they come to attack the new Justice League now, or to get the plans that Lex Luthor has stolen from them. Now, their entire plan is to destroy their world using this sort of machine. It looks a bit like that sort of circular machine that Zoom uses to try and destroy the world. Now, what happens in Crisis is, by the end, the Owlman, who is Batman, decides to go against everything that him and his team have stood for, and decides to blow up the entire multiverse by going to Earth Prime and igniting a massive nuke that will blow up the entire world, and consequently end the multiverse. Now, in the Flash's universe, Earth Prime is Earth 1, which is pretty interesting. So Owlman goes there, Batman follows him, but the only way that Batman can get the teleporter to work to take him to the Earth is by Barry Allen vibrating fastly. However, he manipulates the speedster of the crime syndicate to get him to vibrate fastly because he knows the side effects that would come with Johnny Quick, he knows the side effects that will come by vibrating, which makes you really old because you run so fast, time travels faster, so I don't know, science, and he gets really old by holding open this portal. And this is something that could have happened to Barry if he had gone ahead with the race, not gone ahead with the race, but not used a double. He could have become really old or something like that. They could have done that. Now, obviously, this is very similar to Zoom's plan, because Zoom plans to end the whole world by blowing up all the other worlds by creating so much energy. It's not really a bomb, but it's kind of similar to that. And by blowing up Earth Prime, it would then incinerate all the other Earths, which is kind of similar. The way they stop them is kind of similar as well, because the Flash, obviously, dissolves in Crisis on Infinite Earths, I believe, and that's how he actually dies. That's not how it happens in the movie, but yeah, he dies. And is that when he comes to the Black Flash? Yes, indeed, that's when he becomes the Black Flash, which is again a link in to Barry Allen doesn't become the Black Flash, but the Black Flash sort of starts running after that. It might be Barry Allen, I'm not sure, but obviously the Black Flash has been seen. Zoom is taken away and turned into the Black Flash, obviously leading into a possible villain for the coming times. Now, what the main part of this episode is going to be on is the Flashpoint paradox. Now, I'm a bit worried for season 3 of the Flash, and I'm worried because Flashpoint is a big story. It's a story that requires the entire Justice League, because the main idea of it is behind the fact that Barry has to get his speed back and all that stuff, is that Aquaman and Wonder Woman are at war, and they've destroyed the entire world. And obviously we don't have an Aquaman or a Wonder Woman in this universe, so I'm not sure how they would stretch it out to be the whole season. So maybe the Flashpoint thing will last 1 or 2 episodes. where he literally just goes back, gets his powers back, and then that's it. But he's already done that. He's already got his powers back, so I'm not sure where the show's going with this. Because Flashpoint requires a lot of stuff, a lot of characters. Because basically what happens in Flashpoint is Barry Allen finds Bruce Wayne. It's not Bruce Wayne, it's Thomas Wayne. Obviously we don't have a Batman, Thomas Wayne being Bruce Wayne's father. We don't have a Batman on the CW universe, so I'm not sure how that would work. Also, people are saying that, they've acquired Supergirl, so they'll put her into the story. But in the Flashpoint paradox, Superman isn't in it, because they take him out of it, because they say that he's found by the government instead of the Kents, and is kept in a secure location, and he doesn't actually develop any of his powers, because he doesn't get to absorb any of the infrared radiation from the sun. So, he's sort of out of it, so Supergirl doesn't really matter. Green Arrow doesn't play a fundamental role in the story at all. I mean, they might replace Bruce Wayne with Green Arrow, but use his father, maybe. Or maybe they'll just have Green Arrow kill, because Thomas Wayne kills in Flashpoint. Thomas Wayne, Flash, and Cyborg then have to go to England to prevent Wonder Woman to end the war by stopping Wonder Woman from killing Aquaman, but in the end what happens is everyone pretty much dies. Everyone gets killed except for the Flash. And he then talks to the Reverse Flash and manages to go back in time and stop himself from killing his mother. Now, I'm not sure how they're going to do this on the show, and I'm extremely worried, as I've said before, because they don't have all the characters that they have, and I don't think they'll be able to do it justice. They won't be able to fulfill the whole Flashpoint justice. So maybe they're going to go a completely different route to the comics, which I wouldn't mind. They might go completely different to how the comics worked, and go with a different type of storyline, and have it kind of different, have something else. But this could also lead to a reboot of the Arrow and Flash universes. Also, the Legends of Tomorrow, maybe not, because Legends is obviously in the future. They're travelling around time in the future, so this won't really affect them. And Supergirl is on another Earth. This might be a way for them to implement Supergirl into their Earth. I mean, like, Supergirl, because of this shift around with Flashpoint, Supergirl might be changed to now exist on Earth 1 instead of Earth 4, and this might be a handy way to get her into the CW universe, with them acquiring Supergirl now. And this could also be a way to reset Arrow and try and make things right again, ignore the Felicity relationship and get Felicity back doing what she was doing. Perhaps bring back Laurel doing this. That's a very high speculation that they'll do that. I doubt they'll do that at all. But maybe like just revamp the universe, give it a bit of a fresh feel, because Arrow might be affected by this. That show might also go through the same things that the Flash does, and change massive continuity in the Arrowverse. And it could be, for the first 4 or 5 episodes, a big crossover between those two shows. Maybe not the other ones, but that'd be quite cool to see. Like, I've seen videos of people predicting what they'd like to see in Flashpoint way before this was even revealed, and it requires a lot more characters. Obviously Green Lantern isn't even in it, actually, thinking back to it. I mean, we haven't got Green Lanterns, that's fine. But yeah, like I said, I've got reservations about this. But it could be a good thing, for Arrow at least. It could be a good story for Flash, I'm not sure yet, we'll have to wait and see. But this could definitely be a good thing for Arrow, because it would definitely reboot the universe, give it a fresh new feel, and make Arrow feel a lot nicer. Sorry, not nicer, it might make the show a bit better after these last 2 seasons, which haven't been great. Season 5 might now suddenly become good, because if this only does last for 5 episodes, you've still got another 18 to make a whole season on that you've got to make good. So I'm really hoping that these videos, these series and shows don't mess it up. I'm really hoping that nothing goes wrong because Flash, I love Flash, and it's hitting season 3, which is where Arrow started to go bad, and I'm really hoping that it doesn't do the Arrow and go bad. I'm going to call it that now. It doesn't do the Arrow. And I've started watching Supergirl, because I've got to try and catch up, because obviously it's on the CW now, so there's probably going to be better than it was, because, to be honest, it's not that great. I don't really enjoy it. But, anyway, hopefully this all ends up fine, and we don't get, like, dodgy storylines that are terrible, that ruin the whole show. So, thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you next time.